Hey, hi all. Welcome back to BRL Knowledge Center. In this today's session, we'll talk about polymorphism in C sharp. So, what is a polymorphism? So, how many type of polymorphisms we have in C sharp, and how we are going to achieve those polymorphisms as part of C sharp programming. So, polymorphism is one of the important feature provided by Woop's concept. So, this is one of the features in object-oriented programming language, right? This means occurring more than one form. That means behaving the same method, right, or same function or same entity in different, right, operations with the different scenarios. Let us take an example. I'm going to write a method called addition, which is going to take two input parameters, and after that, I'm going to take another addition method with three parameters, right? The method name is same, but here parameter count and the type of parameters are different. Thing is, until unless you have the same method with a different signature, that's going to be, method overloading. So method overloading, one of the concept we achieve a polymorphism. Understood. So as soon as I have a same method, right, and I'm going to use or execute my method to perform different operations, like adding up two numbers, adding up three numbers, or adding up two strings. That means concatenation of strings. Those are all become achieve a polymorph. That means occurring a single or occurring in more than one form. That means same function is behaving differently with different scenarios. Different scenario is nothing but different arguments or different parameters you are passing to the method. Understood? Let us define the definition here. Polymorphism. Okay. So polymorphism is one of the feature inside of C sharp. Oops. Okay, let's get on. So polymorphism, like on board polymorphism is one of the feature in object-oriented programming. Okay, so polymorphism simply means polymorphism simply means right simply means that occurring in more than one form, right? That is the same entity or function or method, right, can perform different operations, right, with different scenarios. Understood? So I'll be having a same method which is going to perform different operations with different scenarios. That's what the polymorphism concept here in C sharp or in the Whoops concept, wherever the language supports. Understood? So the same method is going to perform different operations with different scenarios. Let us take an example, right? I'm going to show you the example part here. I have a method, right? Display message, right? Which is going to do some display activity. And I have a same method that is display message, which is going to take two values, or it is going to take one string of string type, st or message, and then it is going to do another action. Similar way, I have a right display method, display message, which is having two, you know, uh, parameters, string message one and string message two, and after that it is going to do some different operation. So looking at here, all these method names are same, right? Display message. But the parameter here, this is the parameterless display message. But here it is having a single parameter, and here it is having two parameters. I'm not worrying about the parameters, how it is accepting the arguments, but method should be a string. When the method should be same and having different signature, then it becomes method overloading, and that method overloading is going to achieve a polymorphism. That's what the main concept of a polymorphism occurring more than one form, occurring in more than one form with different operations in different scenarios. Understood? Yep. So let's get define this. Okay. So in C sharp, right? We have two types of polymorphism. Two types of polymorphisms. One is compile time or static polymorphism or early binding, right? Second thing is runtime polymorphism. Polymorphism. Let me do that. This is compile time polymorphism or can be called as static polymorphism, right? This is runtime polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism or late binding. So if anyone asks you what is early binding and what is dynamic and static polymorphism or compile time polymorphism, you have to give a same definition for all these concepts. Okay. What is this compile time polymorphism? Let's get see what is this compile time polymorphism. When you talk about compile time polymorphism, so as we discussed in the earlier sessions, the .NET program is going to have two processes. One is compile time process, another one is execution time process. Compile time process is nothing but verifying of your program syntaxes and the way you are writing the program and the data types and the keywords, right? All these things can be syntactically verified, and then it is going to convert your program into MSIL stuff. That is IL or CIL or MSIL, right? That's in the intermediate language it is going to generate. Once it is done, the runtime is going to come into the picture, right? And it will hand over this MSIL to a widget compiler, and then it is going to convert this code into your native code. That is CPU specific or CPU understanding code, right? Similarly, compile time polymorphism is nothing but while you're compiling your program, right? The compiler identifies which method is being invoked or which method is going to be mapped or called as part of your programming calls. All these things can be determined in the compile time, but not runtime. Okay. So in compile time polymorphism, in compile time polymorphism, right? The compiler identifies, the compiler identifies, right, which method is being, right, called at the compile. So while you compile your program, it is going to identify the specific method to be used. Okay. So in C#, right, we can achieve, right, this compile time polymorphism, right, using below implementations. One is method overloading. Second thing is operator overloading. So these are the two concepts we can use it to achieve compile time polymorphism. Understood? So as like method overloading is nothing but whatever we discussed as part of polymorphism example, this is what a method overloading. That means same method is going to behave different operations with the different scenarios. Okay. So coming to this method overloading, if we talk about method overloading, right? So what is method overloading? Right? Method overloading is a concept. Method overloading is a concept in C#, right? It will allow to write same method, right? Multiple times with different signature. Right? That is, same method is performing different operations with different scenarios. Understood? That's what the method overloading concept here we have it. Okay. And example is we can say same example here, whatever I mentioned here. These are the same examples. We'll see the program once this definition is done, no problem. This is called a method overloading, right? And coming to the operator overloading, right? Operator overloading, right? So operator overloading is nothing but operator is going to overload with different operations. Let us take an example of plus operator as we normally use that. This plus operator is a unary operator basically, right? Unary or binary. So this plus is basically a binary operator. That means this is going to be used for two operands, right? This plus operator is going to perform two number addition and same time two string concatenation. That means same operator is going to perform different functionalities, right? The same method name, right? So let me tell you some operators in C sharp, right, behave differently, behave differently with different operands. Got it? For example, let me tell you plus, right? Plus operator, right? Is overloaded to perform numeric addition as well as, right, string concatenation. And it becomes overloading in the method. For example, right? Let me tell you. So adding of two numbers, adding of two numbers. So what you will do is you're just, right, declaring two variables x equal to 7 and int y equals to 10. This is what you define, right? To calculate sum, right, equal to x plus y. This way I'm going to calculate two numbers using plus operator. And similarly, so then you are going to print this console right line of, right, sum. This is going to print the output is 30. Got it? Now I'm going to concatenate two strings. I'll use same operator and I achieve this same concept. Let me define string one str1 equal to, right, I. Got it? And I'm going to have another string 2 equal to hi, welcome to operator overloading demo, right? Operator overloading demo. Now I'm going to declare another string str concatenate, right, equal to str1 plus str2. So when I print this, right, console dot right line of str concatenate, right, the output I can see as hi, right, welcome to operator overloading demo. Sorry. That means the same operator, I'm going to use it for different purposes. Even though my method is same, so for this, I'm going to define this as like, string method I'm going to define. String is return type, add of string str1, string str2. And same way for the above example, I'm going to define, right, same method of return type int, right, int, method name is same, int, value 1, int, value 2. That's how it is overloading the operator here in these two examples. Understood? Yeah. Now, coming to the next one is runtime polymorphism. What is this runtime polymorphism? So far we have seen compile time polymorphism. That means it is going to identify the methods while you compiling program. When it comes to runtime polymorphism, it's reverse of your compile time polymorphism. That means it is going to invoke and determine the methods at runtime. Okay, let us define this. So in runtime polymorphism, right? The method is called, is determined, right? At the time of or at the runtime, not at compile time. Got it? So we can achieve, right? We can achieve runtime polymorphism using below method. Using below method. What is that method? Method overriding. Using below method. That is method overriding. This is the concept we are going to use as part of runtime polymorphism. What is a method overriding? When it comes to method overriding, what is this method overriding? So method overriding is nothing but, right, having same method and same signature. If you look at method overloading, that is basically having same method name but different signature. But here in this case, we should have a same method, same signature. Okay. Let us take an example. I have a method in parent class, a super class, right? Similar method, I'm going to define it in my derived class or child class. No change in that method name or signature. How it is possible? When you don't have an overriding concept, then it is going to replace derived class method, right? Or else it throws an exception while you compile a program. That's it. But if you wanted to now keep that the parent class method as it is and child class method as it is, even after inheritance or derived parent class into child class, then we have to use this concept method overriding. So basically, this method overriding is going to be implemented using two keywords. One is virtual, second is override. Let me see that. So method overriding, right? So during inheritance in C sharp, right? If the same method is during inheritance, if same method is present in parent class and child class, right? Then then the method in child class or subclass method in child class, or you can say it's the derived class, overrides the parent class method. Right. This is called method overriding. So we can achieve, right? This we can achieve method overriding using virtual and override keywords. Understood? Just understand the concept. Okay, anyway, we'll explain in program. So virtual means, right, allows the method to be overridden by the child class. That means we always need to define virtual keyword parent class. That means super class. Okay. And override, right, indicates, right, the method of indicates the method is overriding the method from class. Okay. This is all about method overriding. Okay. Let us look at the programs, right? And I hope you are clear about polymorphism here. Polymorphism is being, implementing the feature called using a same method, right, with different forms, right? This can be achieved using two ways: compile time and runtime, or late binding or early binding, or static polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism. And compile time is going to be achieved using method overloading or operator overloading. Method overloading can be done in anywhere, normal methods or constructor methods or inheritance based methods, wherever you can do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. Operator overloading is nothing but using of same operator, right, performing different operations. And also as part of operator overloading, so we are going to use operator keyword, right? And then you just specify the operator, right? And that way, I think you are going to, overload the normal binary operators and unary operators that we will see in the next sessions. But as part of this current session, just understand the operator overloading, how it is, achieve the polymorphism, right? So by taking these two examples of, adding up two numbers and adding up two strings using of same operator, right? And coming to the runtime polymorphism, this is coming to a runtime. At runtime, this is going to invoke or remind the method being invoked, and we can achieve this using method overriding. And method overriding should be implemented in the inheritance, but not after inheritance. This method overriding only possible when you when you derive a parent class into derived class or child class, then only you can go for method overriding, because there only it is going to work. Okay. We can do this using virtual and override keywords, right? And we'll see the demo programs in the next session for better understanding. This is something the theoretical concept where you need to concentrate on a couple of keywords and a couple of definitions, single line the simplification, that what is that and what is this something. You need to make a note on this on time and compile time polymorphisms, or a dynamic and static and early binding and late binding. These are some terminologies we are going to use it going forward, or you can you know see later, like someone asks you like what is early binding and what is late binding, etc., right? I hope you understand the concept of polymorphism. Let's see the programmatical part in the next session. Thank you.